Now, I will show you Old English literature. And I would focus mainly on Old English literature. And this is very important for the learners of all levels. Old English literature and its characteristics. Old English literature was found in different manuscripts, and most of the manuscripts were lost because lot of wars, and because of lot of natural calamities. Most of the manuscripts are lost today. So still, it is considered 300 manuscript of Old English period have been found, and the characteristics was in the form of manuscript or English literature, mostly lost because of war and national calamities. And at the time there was no printing press. Old English literature was in the form of oral form, and it transmitted orally from one group to another, one people to another people. And little advancement in science and culture, a lot of work. So, genres of Anglo-Saxon writing. So, there was both prose and poetry in Old English period, but poetry was mainly literary weapon of Anglo-Saxon period. There were basically two types of poetry. One is heroic poetry, and another is religious poetry. And now the Old English poets. Kakina, a very reputed poet of Old English period, and he was a poet of 7th century, and his career lasted from 637 to 684 century. So Anglo-Saxon poets are anonymous, they are unnamed. In fact, their names are not written by their writing. There were only 4 known poets. There are only 4 known poets: Kakina, Bede, Alfred, and Simon. Among them, Kakina is called the father of Old English poetry. So Kakina is called the father of Old English poetry. Hymn by Kakina is the only oldest survival text in English, and here he has praised the creation of the Almighty. So this is a religious poetry, or poem. Sorry. He lived in Northumbria in the 7th century. Kakina is the heightened by Bede, Kakina's successor. Bede is the historian, and he highlighted Bede. Then another great poet of Anglo-Saxon period is Bede, and his career started in 673 and continued 635. In fact, it's his total life. So Bede is a poet with biographical recognition, whereas most of the Old English authors were anonymous. So Bede, the writing of Bede is very easily recognizable because his name was written beside his writing. He is also called Saint or Venerable Bede. So Bede was also a saint. He spread Christianity through his writing, and he was also archbishop in English church. So his great work, the ecclesiastical history of the English people, and its religious writing was written in Latin. And one thing is mentionable here: Latin was enjoying prestige even after Roman kingdom demolished from England, because we know some languages from the previous ruling class people feel prestige when they are lost their prestige in the territory, but those languages enjoyed prestige were official language of during their respective period. So now, in Indian subcontinent or even in Bangladesh, we feel prestige writing in English. So Latin was still enjoying prestige and honor. So some poet wrote writing or literature or poetry or prose in Latin. So this is from which ecclesiastical history of English people was written in Latin. And you know, the Bible was translated in Latin first, and still in England, Bible was not translated in English. And you know, for religious perspective, Latin enjoyed much prestige and honor. And he is also called the father of English history. He highlighted the religious theme in his works. And now, the most prominent poet, and along with his prominent writing, Beowulf of Old English period. So Beowulf is anonymous. In fact, who Beowulf is, in fact, history cannot give a specific recognition of Beowulf, but we got a writing named Beowulf, epic writing. And Beowulf is the greatest heroic and probably the greatest work in Old English period. The author of the work is not known or anonymous. It's an epic poem of 3,182 lines. It deals with the heroic deeds of a superhero named Beowulf, who fought for King Hrothgar, his kinsman. The poem highlights the Anglo-Saxon tradition and lives. It also enriches Old English language. The story of the Beowulf. So Anglo-Saxon kingdom of King Hrothgar was troubled by a monster, by a big sea monster. When King Hrothgar invited his thanes to his meat hall. Meat hall, you know, meat hall at that time, meat hall was the place where people were entertained. In fact, the kingly people and the king's followers, kingsmen were entertained. So meat hall was attacked by the monster. Every night the monster came and killed people, kings near people, and then the news heard by the great hero Beowulf. And Beowulf, as King Hrothgar was one of the kinsmen of Beowulf, so Beowulf came to King Hrothgar kingdom, and he fought with the monster. He killed it. Then he fought with the monster mother. He also killed the monster mother, and then with the dragon. So 3 big battles happened there. One was against the monster, The next was against the monster mother, and the third was against a huge dragon. And at the last fight, Beowulf was also killed. So in the themes of Beowulf, we get Anglo-Saxon life and tradition, how the Anglo-Saxon people were. Anglo-Saxon people believed in heroism in war. There are monster, demon, dragon and enemy. They had a strong bond of kinship. Beowulf rescued his kinsman King Harudgar from the classes of a monster, and their crime must be avenged. Killing is avenged by counter-killing. So if someone is killed, then as per punishment, that man must be killed as counter justification. Meat hall is the means of entertainment. Meat hall, we found here, meat hall. So today we find a lot of theaters or movie houses or other places, but at that time, meat hall was only the place of entertainment or amusement. The symbols in Beowulf. So Beowulf also bears many symbols. Beowulf represents power of the Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxon people, how they were powerful, Beowulf symbolizes. The monster represents Africa continent. The monster actually found in Africa. The dragon, mythological animal of China, represent Asia. Dragon is thought to be found in China. And actually, by defeating the monster and dragon, Anglo-Saxon conquered two continents, ultimately the whole world. First is Africa, then Asia, and ultimately the whole world. So, the ambition of the English people is seen from the very beginning. They were very ambitious, and later on, they executed their ambition. They spread their kingdom in Asia, they spread the kingdom in Africa, and later they expanded their kingdom throughout the world. Beowulf also represents the ambition of the Anglo-Saxon that I have already told you. So, form of Anglo-Saxon hero poetry. So, the form, actually, Beowulf is an epic poetry, and its form was epic in style, use of unrhymed alliterative verse, later which came to known as blank verse. Developed cultural language, it produced over 3,000 verses, and definitely when 3,000 verses would be produced, their language would also be increased. Chaucer and Shakespeare developed the rest of the languages. After Beowulf or after Old English period, later on Chaucer and Shakespeare developed English poetry, and it is found in history. Shakespeare alone produced 40,000 verse. So huge contribution by this three men, Beowulf, Chaucer and Shakespeare. This trio, in fact, give a total shape of an English language. And now Sinute and his followers. Sinute is another poet. He is also anonymous. Sinute is a mysterious poet, and his biography is not recorded anywhere. However, he and his followers wrote religious and secular poetry called extra books. Extra books, a series of poems, and they wrote in Old English. In fact, in vernacular language. Among the poems, The Wanderer, The Seafarer, The Dream of the Road, The Wife's Lament, and The Battle of Marathon. Right, here is it. So now, previously we have got some ideas about Old English poetry, and now beside Old English Old English poetry, there was Old English prose as well. So Old English prose were in fact in the form of translation from previous writing, or Latin, translation from Latin, and in this regard, King Alfred played a huge role, and he, by his supervision, a lot of works from Latin were translated, and begins in the reign of Alfred and the Great. You know, Alfred, the king, and his ruling period is 871 to 909. A patron of literature and a warrior, King Alfred supervised translation, recorded and administration, chronicle or history, write in systematic way, adding vernacularity, avoiding vernacularity, translated many old works from Latin as Greece ecclesiastical history. So here, in fact, about Old English prose, not is known mass, mass is not known. So here in my session, I hope it would be very beneficial from my class, and I would invite you to see my next videos so that you can have a full glimpse over the next stages from history of English literature. Thank you very much.